And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Winfield, Missouri. And we are here today with the Elsberry Lady Indians softball team, and we're going to watch a varsity softball game between the home team, Winfield Lady Warriors, against the visiting your hometown Elsberry Lady Indians. And so, beautiful day here. There is absolutely not a cloud in the sky. A little bit on the cool side, but it's comfortable. I don't have my snowsuit on yet. I don't know what'll happen before the game is over. Don't really have a snowsuit with me because I don't think it's going to snow, but I do have a coat with me. After sitting there in Columbia Saturday, it was rather chilly by the time that those two games were over. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get right into the pregame show, the People's Bank and Trust pregame show.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right. We are going to see today according to my stats, the 11-6 Elsberry Lady Indians, although I think it's 11-7, I believe. 11-7 or 11-8, because I don't think this is up to date with I think it'd be 11-8, because I don't think it's up to date with the two losses in Columbia Saturday. Those games, well, I don't think anybody had visions of Elsberry going in there and defeating those two teams. They were, those are Class 5 teams, huge schools, and they have a whole lot to pick from versus a Class 2 school. So a lot of disparity there, but This is going to editorialize here, but I guess I'm allowed to do that. And I don't think the team or the athletes will get mad at me for doing this. But that first game especially, they did not look good. They didn't have their bats with them. And I don't think it's because of the other team's pitching. I don't think the pitching was all that good. But they couldn't hit. And as it turned out, they made a lot of defensive miscues. And let's see, that game was against Hickman. And had they played the defense better, that would have been a lot closer game. It wasn't, because it wasn't close to begin with, but it would have been a lot closer had their defense been better. Against Lee Summit West, I don't know. I mean, I'm not an analyst here. I'm just, like I said, I'm just a voice. But it just seemed, I don't know. It was almost like they went into it feeling like we're defeated. So anyway, those are over, and now we're on to a team that we know we can beat. They can't sit back, though, because Winfield is 10-10 on the season. At least that's what's showing right here, 10-10. And they've beaten some teams that, statistically they shouldn't have beaten. So they are capable. And the all-time record for these two teams, Elsberry versus Winfield, is not good for Elsberry. The all-time record in the last, 13 meetings is 3 wins for Elsberry and 10 wins for Winfield. So overall, Winfield has dominated this series. The streak right now is 1 win, and that was, 10-7 of 19. So in 2 days, it'll be exactly 1 year that Elsberry defeated Winfield. And that was in Elsberry, but before that, there was 3 losses, then a win, and then 3 losses and a win, and then 4 losses. So Elsberry can't get much of a streak going on Winfield. Let's hope that they can get this streak going starting right now in this game. They need some momentum. There's 2 more games left after this one. 2 games left. One tomorrow night against Montgomery County, and another one Thursday against Silex. The game against Silex, I'm not too sure I'm going to be able to broadcast that game to you. Main reason is I have no cell signal in Silex, and so I need to find somebody that has a hotspot or a phone or something that they can let me use. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about this season. Elsberry has scored 7.2 runs per game and allowed 5.1. Winfield has scored 7.4 and allowed 6.7. So the teams are very evenly matched on offense and defense. It makes a lot of difference on who they play. I think Winfield goes south a little bit more often than Elsberry does. But either way, this is the 2 teams it's playing, so it doesn't matter who they've played before. So let's go ahead and get into the starting lineups for these 2 teams, and then we can watch the game. So the starting lineup for Winfield Lady Warriors tonight. Leading off and playing center field is number 20, Emily Wright. Batting second and playing left field is number 19, Anna Huckelman. Batting third and pitching is number 13, Chloe Turnbull. Batting fourth and catching is number 21, Camille Martin. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 2, Alexa Nichols. Number 24, batting sixth, Kylie Howard is the designated player. Number 5, right field, Chloe Wade, batting seventh. Number 17, batting eighth, Tatum Bradshaw, shortstop. And batting ninth, number 18, Macy Abashan, and she'll be playing third base. Flex player tonight is number 12, Reagan Giebert, and she'll be playing first base. Now, starting lineup for the Elsberry Lady Indians. Batting first and pitching, number 15, Kylie Kinsler. Batting second, number 16, and catching, Mackenzie Gladney. Number 20, batting third, Kelsey Flaster, and she'll be in center field tonight, this evening, this afternoon, whatever you consider 4:30 the game to be. And back in the lineup tonight after being off for a few games, number 9, Tyra Henderson, taking over at her normal spot on third base, and she'll be batting fourth. Going back to shortstop, number 3, Peyton Robinson, batting fifth. Number 14, batting sixth, Abby Jenkins, second base. Neosha Henderson will be batting seventh, and she wears the number 17, and she's the designated player. Morgan Jones, first base, number 19, batting eighth. Number 7, batting ninth, Lily Smith, left field. And a flex player in right field to be number 2, Tanisha Henderson, otherwise known as Tiny Henderson. So that is the starting lineups, and as you can see, we have the umpires and the managers are out on the field. Well, they were out on the field. Now they're not out on the field. So I'm hoping that I have this camera set up. This camera doesn't go wide angle. Doesn't go wide enough, put it that way. So having some announcements going up here. Okay, they're doing the starting lineups. Well, you already got them. I didn't know if they were going to do a national anthem or not. But while they're doing the starting lineups, let's go ahead and run a commercial in here.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabags do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are about ready to start this game. We've had the national anthem. Winfield defense is taking the field. They're getting a few warm-ups thrown in. And being the visiting team, Elsberry Lady Indians will be batting first. And leading off is going to be number 15, Kylie Kinsler, the pitcher. And at this point in time, it's about even, but Winfield might have a few more fans here, but I see some more people showing up. This is a 4:30 start on this game, so it's pretty early for people that are working, especially if they're working down in the St. Louis, St. Charles area. It's quite a run. Yeah, I seriously doubt too many of them are running down there, but it's still quite a drive coming up 79. That's a pretty busy highway. So anyway, we have Kylie Kinser leading off. She's made 66 plate appearances this year. 56 of those have been official at bats. She's batting .500. And her, here's something I don't give very often. Her slugging percentage is .857. But she's had 28 hits, 17 of those been singles, 6 doubles, 1 triple, and she's had 4 home runs with 18 RBIs. So here is number 15, Kylie Kinsler, leading off for Elsberry. First pitch of the game is a ball. Kylie stands in. Pitcher's ready. Ball 2. And that is Chloe Turnbull pitching for Winfield. Two balls, one strike. Last pitch was a call strike on Kylie Kinsler. Swing and a foul ball back behind and evens up the count at 2-2. Kinsler steps in again with a 2-2 count. Ball hit right to first base. Ball's picked up for an out. Out number one, unassisted to the first base. And that first base is, if I can find her, I guess they don't have a first base. I don't have it down here. Oh, yeah, flex player, Reagan Giebert. All right, batting next, Mackenzie Gladney. Ball one on Gladney. Mackenzie's batting, she's batting, what, 407 this year. Swing and a miss, strike one. One ball, one strike. Change up high. Two balls, one strike. There's a foul ball back behind us. Once again, evens up the count at 2-2. Gladney has 15 singles this year. Ball three, that fills up the count. No more room for any pitches unless it's a foul ball. Hard hit ball out into left field, and it drops for a hit. So with one out, Mackenzie Gladney is on first base. Brings up number 20, Kelsey Flaster, center field. Right now, Flaster is batting .310 with 18 hits. 14 of those are singles and 4 doubles, and she doesn't have any home runs yet this year. That'd be a good time for one. Ball one. She's squared up to bunt, throws down to second, and Mackenzie Gladney is in for a steal. She squared up to bunt, and it was a ball, so 2 balls, no strikes. Mackenzie Gladney is now on second base. Hard hit ball into right at second base, and nobody can get to it. So with one out, we have runners on first and second. And that brings up Tyra Henderson, third base. It's maybe her first at bat in several games. And even with that, she's batting .375 even in just 16 games. Call, strike one. Tyra does have 1 home run on the year. Ball hit back to the pitcher off of her glove, and everybody's going to be safe. So off of the pitcher's glove, Everybody's safe, and that brings up the shortstop, Peyton Robinson. Bases are loaded with 1 out. Foul tip, strike 1. Robinson is batting .275 this year. She's got 14 hits. 6 of those are singles. And she just smacked a home run the other Saturday over in Columbia. It was over the left field fence. Foul ball, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes on Peyton Robinson. Ball hit to short. Okay, out. Throw was to second. Throws to second where Tyra Henderson was thrown out at second, but Peyton Robinson's on at first. So runners at first and third, and a run scored for Elsberry. So 1 out, 1-0. Swing and a miss. And fake throw down to second. Throw was to third, and Kelsey Flaster got back in time. Abby Jenkins up to bat right now. So she has 1 strike on her. She swung at the ball. Foul ball back behind us. No balls, 2 strikes on Jenkins. And she was hit by the pitch. Brings up number 17, Neosha Henderson. Neosha is batting .250 this year. And they are out to talk to, is that Chloe Turnbull? They're out to talk. Did I say that right? Yeah, Chloe Turnbull. They're out to talk to her. Kind of calm her down just a little bit. So with a score of 1-0, we have 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. And bases are loaded right now. Abby Jenkins is on first. Peyton Robinson is on second. And Kelsey Flaster is on third base with 2 outs. Neosha Henderson is up to bat, and everybody's doing some conversing out there. All right, now everybody's heading back. All right, first pitch to Neosha Henderson. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases are loaded. Flaster, Jenkins, and swing and a miss. And Neosha Henderson strikes out. So bases are left loaded, but one run is scored, a couple of base hits, a couple of errors, and we go to the bottom of the first inning. The score is 1-0 Elsberry.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, here we go into the bottom of the first inning. Score is 1-0 Elsberry. And leading off for Winfield now is number 20, center fielder, Emily Wright. I don't have any statistics at all for Winfield. Kylie Kinser looking in to pitch. Ball one high. Foul tip, almost over the screen, but not quite. Strike one. Score, or the pitch count is even, 1-1. Looks good to see Tyra back out there at third base. Hard hit ball out into right center. And Tiny could not get to it. She gets it thrown in. Stand-up triple for Emily Wright. So Winfield starts off with their bats going. Brings up number 19, Anna Huckelman, left field. Called strike one. So with no outs, Winfield has a runner on third. They're 60 feet away from tying this game. Here's a high foul ball. Morgan Jones overstepped that ball and could not get to it. Strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. All right, number 13, Chloe Turnbull, the pitcher, up to bat now. With one out and Wright on third base. Call strike one. Ball one. Hard hit ball right up the middle. Scores Wright. So, RBI single for Chloe Turnbull. Brings up Camille Martin. That brings up Camille Martin, the catcher. Number 21. So, runner on first. Swing and a miss. Strike one. We have Chloe Turnbull on first. She looked like she wanted to go then. She changed her mind. Call strike two. No balls, two strikes. And line drive to Tyra Henderson. She played it quite well. Threw over to second to get the lead runner, and Abby Jenkins fumbled that ball. So everybody's safe. And that's the kind of defensive miscues they were doing Saturday, and they cannot afford to do that today against this Winfield team. So 2 runners on now instead of 2 outs. And brings up Alexa Nichols, second base. Swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Okay, out at first. So no run scored. They went to second and third. Anna Nichols is out at first. That ball was fumbled by Jenkins again, but she picked it up in time. 2 outs brings up Kylie Howard, number 24, designated player. Runners at second and third. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball 1. A little bit outside. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Kylie Kinsler. But Elsberry scored a run. And at the end of 1 inning, we have a tied game, 1-1.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these 2 schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, top of the second inning coming up. Going to lead off with number 19, Morgan Jones, first base. Jones is batting .208 in 61 plate appearances, 48 official at-bats. And she has 10 hits. 4 of those have been singles, 5 have been doubles. 1 triple with 9 RBIs, and she scored 10 times. So she's bringing it in from the right side. And we're in the exact same position we were when we started this game. Score is tied 1-1. That's the same as 0-0. Strike 1. Ball 1 high. Lily Smith is on deck. Two balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Count is even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on because she's the leadoff batter. There was a changeup high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This next pitch, unless it's fouled, is going to mean something. And it was fouled. So we're going to do it again. I'll say it again. The next pitch, unless it's fouled, is going to mean something. And that one was fouled also. So I'm going to quit saying that. And a call, strike 3. So with one out, Lily Smith, left field, is up. Lily's batting .235 this year with 4 singles. Strike 1 on Lily Smith. Ball 1. 1-1 on Lily Smith with 1 out. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. She squared up to bunt. And that was bunted foul, so that's 2 outs. Brings up Kylie Kinsler. She ground out to first base her first time up. Ball 1. A little late on that. Strike 1. Ball 1, strike 1. Is with 2 outs. If Kinsler can get on, Mackenzie Gladney is up. Foul ball, strike 2. Change up high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul ball, remains 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hard hit ball out into left field, but it is right to, who was their left fielder? It's right to Anna Huckelman. So line drive out into left field for the 3rd out. So 1-2-3 inning for Elsberry. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no walks, no nothing. So let's go to the bottom of the 2nd inning with the score tied up at 1.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, coming up to bat in the bottom of the 2nd inning for Winfield is number 5, Chloe Wade, right field. And just the way the camera's set up, not going to be able to see her. Well, no, she shows up better than I thought she would. Well, umpire got in the way. First pitch is a ball high. I guess if the umpire would move out of the way, you'd be able to see Chloe. Foul ball back to our left side. Evens the count at 1. Ball low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Foul tip straight back. Full count, 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The 3rd strikeout for Kylie Kinser tonight. Brings up number 17, shortstop, Tatum Bradshaw. First pitch is a strike. It was in the high part of the strike zone. Call strike 2. Quickly 0-2 on Tatum Bradshaw. Ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High fly ball into foul territory, and Tyra Henderson over there. She was just in fair territory. But either way, it's an out. Brings up number 18, Macy Abashan. She is third base. 2 outs, nobody on. Call strike 1. Ball high. Goes off the top of Mackenzie Gladney's glove. But nobody's on, no harm done. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's 3 balls, 1 strike. And there's strike 2 called. And that fills the count at 3-2 with 2 outs. There's ball 4. First walk given up by Kylie Kinser tonight. So with 2 outs, Winfield has a runner on base. That brings up top of the lineup, Emily Wright, center field. She scored her first time up after hitting a triple. Swing and a foul ball straight back. No balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 runner on. That is Macy Abashan. Ball thrown out into center field. And Macy Abashan comes on around to score on another defensive miscue. That makes the score 2-1 Winfield. Ball hit to third. And throw to first, and she is out. But Winfield has scored another run on a defensive miscue. And they take the lead 2-1 as we go into the top of the third inning. Score is Winfield 2, Elsberry 1.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, back for the top of the third inning. Scores 2-1 Winfield. And Mackenzie Gladney will be leading off for Elsberry. Mackenzie Gladney hits safely her first time up in the first inning. First pitch, ball one. Ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Three balls, no strikes. Call, strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pop up, and anybody going to get there? Macy Abashan is there from third base to get it. She was just into foul territory. That doesn't matter. An out is an out. So with 1 out, number 20, Kelsey Flaster, center field is up. She hits safely onto first base her first time up in the first inning. Kelsey bats in from the left side. First pitch is ball one. Ball two. All right, hit ball out into left field, and she misses it. She just couldn't quite get there. So Kelsey Flaster is on base with a stand-up double. So with 1 out, Tyra Henderson coming to bat. She grounded out her first time up. Score is 2-1, Winfield over Elsberry. Here we are in the top of the third inning. Tyra Henderson up to bat with 1 out and a runner on second. She bunts the ball, but bunts it foul. So strike one on Tyra Henderson. Okay, she looks over to third base side, gets her sign from Coach Levi. Swings it and almost a bunt. Throws over to first, and she is out, but she does advance Kelsey Flaster to third. So a 1-3 put out for the second out. Brings up Peyton Robinson. She reached on a fielder's choice her first time up. And got the RBI. Hard hit ball out into left field, and if it was straight, it would have been out of here. It was out of here, but it was foul. So a long, dramatic strike one for Peyton Robinson. Foul tip. So quickly 0-2 on Robinson. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Kelsey Flaster is down on third. 60 feet away from tying up this game. And she was hit by the pitch. So that puts Robinson on first base, brings up Abby Jenkins, who was also hit by the pitch on her first time up. All right, runners at the corners. Abby Jenkins up to bat. Two outs, 2 runners on. Hard base hit into center field. Kelsey Flaster scores and ties up this game. So now Neosha Henderson is up. So Neosha Henderson is up with runners on first and second. And she squared up to bunt and bunted it foul. Strike one. So we have Peyton Robinson down at second and Abby Jenkins at first with 2 outs. Score is tied 2-2. Ball 1. Ball hit up the middle. Nobody can get to it. Robinson is going to score. And Abby Jenkins is in. Well, she didn't get into third. She was thrown out going to third base. Good throw there by center field. But the score, I said it again. Me and my dyslexic voice here. The score runs. How about the run scores? So we have a score now of 3-2 Elsberry. As we go to the bottom of the third inning.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
All right, first batter in the bottom of the third inning for Winfield is Anna Huckelman. She struck out her first time up. And there was a swing and a foul ball for strike one. Check swing, but it hit the bat. Strike two. right between Kylie Kinser's legs. She could not get her glove down in time. So a base hit for Anna Huckelman. Nobody out. One runner on. Brings up number 13, Chloe Turnbull. She had a single her first time up. Ball one. Ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball hit right to Morgan Jones, and she caught it for the first out. Unassisted, number 3, or position 3. So with 1 out and 1 runner on, number 21, Camille Martin, the catcher, she is up. Ball, wild pitch, ball gets away, and Huckelman is down at second base on a wild pitch. Foul ball back behind us. 1-1. Ball gets away from Mackenzie Gladney again. Another wild pitch, and Huckelman is at third with 1 out. Foul ball back behind us. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Or is that, well, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, that last one was a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at third. Ball 3. Full count on Camille Martin. Hard hit ball out into right field, and run scores. So Anna Huckelman scores from third. Brings up Alexa Nichols. Score is now tied 3-3. First pitch is a ball to Alexa Nichols. Call strike 1. Call strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Anna Nichols ground out to second base her first time up. Foul ball. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two and two. Three and two. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first, tied game. And that's ball 4. So it brings up Kylie Howard. She struck out her first time up. And the Elsberry team's going out to talk to Kylie. She's needs to be calmed down just a little bit, I think. She's not pitching her best right now. So the entire infield is in to talk to her, along with Coach Levi. So here we are with one out here in the bottom of the third inning. We have runners on, what is it, second and third? And Kylie Howard up to bat. So, a little meeting of the minds breaking up. Camille Martin is on second. Alexa Nichols is on first. Kylie Howard is at the plate. Ball, wild pitch, ball gets away from Gladney, and runners advance to second and third. Call strike one. One ball, one strike. Swing and a miss, strike two. So Kylie Kinsler versus Kylie Howard. Foul ball back behind us, remains one ball, two strikes. Runners at second and third with one out. Swing and a miss, strike three. So with two outs, brings up Chloe Wade. She struck out her first time up in the second inning. High fly ball out into left field, and it gets away from Lily Smith. And one run scores. And Chloe Wade is now on third base. So the score is our two-run score. Score is now 5-3. And that was Tatum Bradshaw. She hit out to Tyra Henderson. So a 5-3 put out for the third out. But Winfield puts two more runs up on the scoreboard, and the score is now 5-3 as we go to the top of the fourth inning.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, going into the top of the fourth inning, we're going to have Morgan Jones, Lily Smith, and Kylie Kinsler batting. If anybody gets on, Mackenzie Gladney will be coming up. Morgan Jones struck out looking her first time up. Score is 5-3. Winfield over Elsberry. Shows how much that hurts in the first inning. Elsberry left the bases loaded. They scored one run, but they left those bases loaded. And that, so many times that comes around and haunts a team. First pitch, ball one to Morgan Jones here in the fourth inning. Ball two. Foul ball back behind us, strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on Morgan Jones, first base, leading off here in the 4th inning for Elsberry. And ball 4. So leadoff runner on for Elsberry brings up number 7, Lily Smith, left field. Kylie Kinser on deck. Swing and a miss, strike 1. All right, Morgan Jones just stole second base. And that was 1 ball, 1 strike on Lily Smith. She squares up to bunt and takes a strike. No, he called that a ball. I misunderstood him. That's ball 2, strike 1. There's a bunt to pitcher. Morgan Jones does get over to third base. So that's the first out. So a 1-3 put out, but it does put Morgan Jones over onto third base. Brings up Kylie Kinsler. She's not been able to do much tonight at the plate. Call strike 1. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Morgan Jones down on third base. 60 feet away from putting another run up. Ball high. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. 5-3 Winfield in the top of the 4th. There's a fly ball right to second base for the second out. So Mackenzie Gladney is up. She hit safely in the first inning and hit out to third base her next time up. Ball hit to third base. She fumbled it, but was able to get the ball over to first base in time for the out. So Elsberry leaves a runner stranded. And at the halfway through the 4th inning, we have a score of 5-3. Winfield over Elsberry. Let's take a break.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, we are back for the bottom of the 4th inning. Brings up number 18, Macy Abashan, third base. She walked her first time up, came around and scored. Kylie Kinser looks in. First pitch hit out into center field, and it's over Kelsey Flaster's head. She gets the ball in, but Macy Abashan is on with a stand-up double. So with nobody out and Macy Abashan on on second base, Emily Wright is up to bat. Number 20, Emily Wright, center field. Ball one. High foul ball back behind us. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball hit to third base, and Tyra Henderson is under it and has it. Looks the runner back. So that's the first out in this inning for Winfield. Brings up Anna Huckelman, left field. Macy Abashan still down on second base with 1 out. Another foul ball. It's going to go out of play. Just out of play, right over the fence. Strike 1. Anna Huckelman struck out her first time up and reached her second time up. There's a foul ball down to third base line. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on number 19, Anna Huckelman. Hard hit ball out into left field. And Lily Smith right there to get it. Ball thrown into second base, and they couldn't get it. So Macy Abashan runs on to third anyway. Okay, Chloe Turnbull up to bat now. Reached safely her first time up and hit out to first base. Second time up. Takes a strike 1. Ball 1. 1-1 on Chloe Turnbull. Right to shortstop. Long throw for Robinson. Is a long high throw, but it got her out. So a 6-3 put out for the third out, and they leave a runner stranded on third. So as we go to the top of the 5th inning, score is Winfield 5, Elsberry 3.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
All right, top of the 5th inning, Elsberry up to bat. And Kelsey Flaster is going to lead off. Going to have Kelsey Flaster, Tyra Henderson, and Peyton Robinson up. And if anybody can get on, we'll then have Abby Jenkins. Winfield, Chloe Turnbull taking a couple of warm-up pitches. Throw down to second base, and here comes Kelsey Flaster. In this lineup, she is the lone left-handed pitcher. Ball 1 to Flaster. She hit a double her last time up. Ball 2. Ball hit to first base, 1 out. Brings up Tyra Henderson. She reached safely her first time up and hit out to the pitcher her second time up. Ball 1. Hard hit ball out into right center, and it's all the way to the fence. Tyra's going to make it into second with a stand-up double. So with 1 out, Elsberry has a runner on. Peyton Robinson up to bat. She reached on a fielder's choice and was hit by the pitch. That was first inning and third inning, respectively. So Tyra Henderson out on second base with 1 out. Peyton Robinson up. She squared up to bunt, takes ball 1. Ball 2. Foul ball down to third base side, strike 1. Call, strike 2. 2-2, 1 out, runner on second. Full count, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 runner on. And she takes ball 4. So Abby Jenkins is up. She was hit by the pitch her first time up and reached safely. Matter of fact, she reached safely her second time up and was thrown out at third, trying to extend a stolen base into third base too, and she was thrown out. So Elsberry with a little bit of a threat right here. 2 runners on. Tyra Henderson's on second. Peyton Robinson's on first. Abby Jenkins up to bat with 1 out. So it looks like the meeting. Oh, no, we're changing pitchers. That's going to be number 5 coming in. That's Chloe Wade will be pitching for Winfield. She had been playing right field. See where they move everybody else. So fresh pitcher now for Winfield. I don't know how many pitches they give him here in softball, but I'm not going to bother with a commercial right now. But recap a little bit. Score is Winfield 5, Elsberry 3. And Elsberry with a bit of a threat right now. We have Peyton Robinson on first, Tyra Henderson on third, Abby Jenkins up to bat. So Abby Jenkins has a chance to get a run or two across, or at least keep the inning going. Swing and a miss. Very hesitant swing there. It's like she started to swing, decided against it, decided to swing, and decided against it, and decided to swing. By that time, the catcher had the ball. And she bunted it to the first base side, but it was foul. So quickly, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Abby Jenkins with 1 out here in the 5th inning. Ball hit into middle of the field. Peyton Robinson forced out at second base. So Jenkins is on first with the fielder's choice. All right, brings up Neosha Henderson with her sister Tyra at third base and Abby Jenkins at first base, and 2 outs now. Ball 1, and Jenkins is into second base with a stolen base. 1 ball, no strikes on Neosha Henderson. Ball 2. 2 outs. I said before, Tyra Henderson on third and Peyton Robinson on second. Little blooper is going to right to the shortstop. She ran over there to get it for the 3rd out. So once again, Elsberry leaves 2 runners on. They've left way too many runners on tonight. Once you get them on base, you got to get them around. And that just may come back and haunt them tremendously. But we are halfway through the 5th inning. Winfield 5, Elsberry 3.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Well, looks like we're having a pitching change here for Elsberry also. Addison Steele is going to be coming in pitching. And let's see, what is Kylie Kinsler doing? Kylie Kinsler doesn't look like she's in the game at all right now. So, new pitcher. Yep, that's just a pitching change there. Addison Steele is now pitching for Elsberry. So coming up for Winfield, number 21, Camille Henry, the catcher. Foul tip, strike 1. Ball hit the shortstop. Peyton Robinson can't pick it up cleanly. And Camille Martin is on first with an error on shortstop. Brings up Alexa Nichols, second base. She walked her last time up. Ball one. Strike one. Alexa Nichols, the batter. Throw was down to first. Not in time. So 2 balls, 1 strike on Nichols. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, 1 runner on. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So, strikeout for Addison Steele. Brings up Kylie Howard. She has struck out both times she's been up. We've also had another defensive switch here. We now have Tyra Henderson playing shortstop and Peyton Robinson on third. First pitch to Kylie Howard was a ball. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second, and they got her. One ball, 1 strike on Kylie Howard, now with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that's third out. 2 of those were strikeouts. The other one was an error and a throw out at, or an error and then a throw out at second base. So at the end of the 5th inning, score is 5-3, Winfield over Elsberry.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, getting late in the game here. We are on the top of the 6th inning. And coming up for Elsberry this inning is going to be number 19, Morgan Jones, leading off. Number 7, Lily Smith. And let's see, well, we'll see how they do. I guess Addison Steele will be leading off, or will be the 3rd batter in this inning. So Morgan Jones walked her last time up. Elsberry hadn't been able to sustain any kind of batting, no kind of offense this game. Nothing sustained. They get runners on and can't get them around. Ball 1 for Morgan Jones. Call strike 1 on the inside corner. High fly ball in the left field, and that is Anna Huckelman was under it and got it for the out. Brings up Lily Smith, left field. She struck out and hit to the pitcher. Foul tip, strike one. Ball hit right to second base for the second out. And Addison Steele now up to bat. If she gets on, Mackenzie Gladney will be coming up. And there was a foul tip off the umpire. Foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and foul ball. Remains no balls, 2 strikes. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Score is 5-3, Winfield over Elsberry. Swing and a miss. Catcher dropped it and throws down to first in time. So 3 up and 3 down for Elsberry here in the 6th inning. They have 1 chance left as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, here we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brings up number 5, Chloe Wade, right field. Well, as she's pitching now, she was right field. When the game started off, she was pitching, though. So Addison Steele is still in pitching. Fly ball, and Morgan Jones is underneath it and has it. Foul territory, but it's still an out. Brings up Tatum Bradshaw with 1 out. She is their shortstop. Foul ball. Strike 1. Ball 1. Ball 2. Foul ball, strike 2. Evens count at 2-2. Ball hit between third and short and gets away from Lily Smith out in left field. She throws the ball in, but Tatum Bradshaw is on second base with one out. Brings up Macy Abashan. She's done a bunch of damage tonight. One out double for Winfield here in the sixth inning. And they're in talking to Steele now. All right, they are back ready to play again. Macy Abashan up to bat. Addison Steele pitching. Tatum Bradshaw down on second base. Ball one. High fly ball. Anybody going to be able to get to it? No. It drops in foul territory. Strike one. That was a long haul to get over there. Oh, and there's been another defensive switch. Tiny Henderson is now out in left field. And looks like Lily Smith is over in right field. 2 balls, 1 strike on Macy Abashan. Foul ball back behind us. Evens the count at 2. Three balls, 2 strikes on Macy Abashan. Tatum Bradshaw down at second, 1 out. Ball 4. 1 out walk. Brings up Emily Wright. She had a triple to begin the game. Otherwise, last 2 times she grounded out to third and then hit a fly to third. Hard hit ball out into left center. 1 run is in. Two runs are in, and she is in with the, well, it's not a stand-up. She had to slide into third base, but she was safe. So another triple for Emily Wright here in the 6th inning. And that makes the score 7-3. Foul tip, strike 1. This is number 19, Anna Huckelman up to bat. High fly ball out into left center, and another run is going to score. Sure Hands Henderson is there to get it, but that makes the score 8-3. Brings up Chloe Turnbull with a foul ball back out of play. Strike one. Over on the side for Morgan Jones, and she got it for the third out. But more damage has been done. We go to the top of the seventh inning, and the score is now Winfield 8, Elsberry 3.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Top of the seventh inning, last chance for Elsberry here. And we have Mackenzie Gladney coming up to bat. She reached her first time up and then has hit the third base the last two times. Winfield still has, who is it, number 5, Chloe Wade. They still have Chloe Wade pitching. So Mackenzie Gladney. Call strike. Elsberry has they have their job cut out for them right now. They've got to score at least 5 runs this inning. Hard hit ball out into left field, and Mackenzie Gladney is on base with the hit. Brings up Kelsey Flaster. She's reached safely twice tonight and flied out to third base her last time up. Ball one. Ball two. One runner on, nobody out. Ball three. Strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike. Tyra Henderson on deck. Swing and a miss. Upstairs pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Second story pitch there, and she climbed the stairs. And a call, strike 3 for the first out on the outside corner. So Tyra Henderson up to bat now. She's reached safely twice tonight. And now they're all in talking to Chloe Wade. I think we're going to have a pitching change again. And don't know who's going to pitch. Let's see who we got here. can't tell for sure who it's going to be. Okay, it's going to be number 19. It's going to be Anna Huckelman is going to be pitching. She's got some pretty good speed there for looking at her first pitch. Let's just go ahead and get a commercial in here.
Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities.
All right, they decided not to give her a bunch of pitches. So again, Anna Huckelman pitching now against Tyra Henderson with 1 out. And Mackenzie Gladney down on first. There's a foul ball for Tyra Henderson. No balls, 1 strike. Ball hit right to third base, over to second for 1 out, and not in time. Not in time for the second out. So Mackenzie Gladney thrown out at second. And Tyra Henderson on first base with a fielder's choice. Brings up Peyton Robinson. She's walked, hit by a pitch, and reached on a fielder's choice. Change up and a beautiful pitch there. That ball just came floating in. One ball, 1 strike. Tyra Henderson down on first. Ball 2, strike 1. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on Peyton Robinson. Abby Jenkins on deck. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and Henderson is down on second now. Another hard hit ball, but foul down on the left field side. Remains 3-2. Once again, if Peyton Robinson can keep this going, Abby Jenkins is on deck. Ball 4. So now Peyton Robinson is on with 2 outs. Abby Jenkins comes up to bat. She reached on a fielder's choice, was hit by a pitch, and then was thrown out at third base. So she's been on every time she's been up tonight. Swing and a miss, and Robinson is down at third. Foul ball down the third base side. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Elsberry with 2 runners on. Another foul ball down to third base side. Remains 0-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Score is Winfield 8, Elsberry 3. Ball hit to third base. Throw over to first and in time. And that is the ball game. So a 5-3 putout ends this game. Final score here, Winfield 8, Elsberry 3. And not much to say about this except for the fact that Elsberry continued their defensive struggles. And I'm not sure what's going on with that, but they just absolutely could not field the ball properly tonight. And there was 2 or 3 miscues out in the outfield, miscues here in the infield, and some of them were costly. I'm not sure that I can't really sit back and say, oh, gosh, that's what cost them the game. But there was definitely several runs scored that should not have scored. They also, Kylie Kinser was not hitting tonight, so that hurts whenever she can't hit safely. Let's see, who was, Tyra Henderson hit pretty well tonight. Abby Jenkins was hitting well tonight. I mean, it was unfortunate it ended the game on her, but just overall, they did not play well, and that doesn't bode well with going into the end of the season. They have another game tomorrow night at Montgomery County, and then they play a really tough team Thursday night at Silex. And then next week they go into district tournament, and they are seeded number 1 in the district tournament, and right now they don't look like a number 1 seeded team. They're just not playing that well right now. And so they're going to need to step it up considerably if they want to win districts. Right now, the way it looks is they should win it. I mean, they're the number 1 team, and just looking at the records of everybody else, with the exception of St. Pius X, everybody else has a losing record. I think Bishop DeBorg, who they played last year and beat, their first game is tomorrow night or something. They haven't been able to play all season. So they need to really, really step it up. Or, Elsberry does. They need to really step it up if they want to be competitive here at the end of the season. And this is the time to be competitive. So once again, final here tonight. Winfield 8 and Elsberry 3. So let's go ahead and back it out of here, and I'll be back on again tomorrow night from Montgomery County. And I think that's a 5 o'clock game because they have lights over there. I think that's why they started the game here at 4:30, because they don't have lights here. So tomorrow night I should be on the air 15, 20 minutes before game time. And we'll see how they do against Montgomery County. But tonight they did not look good, and they need to start looking good for this end of the season. But either way, final score 8-3, Winfield over Elsberry. And for the Indian Sports Network, this is Kenny Masterson saying good night, everybody, from Winfield, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.